Captain Jake Morrison stood in the command center of Aurora Station, watching the stars through the massive viewing window. 3 months had passed since the first alien ships appeared at the edge of Earth's solar system, the Kethri Empire. They called themselves big, powerful, and very angry that humans existed. Jake sipped his coffee and checked the sensor readings again. Everything looked normal. Earth spun peacefully below them, blue and white and beautiful. The morning shift was quiet, just the way Jake liked it. "Captain," Lieutenant Amy Foster called out from her station. "I'm getting something strange on long-range sensors." Jake walked over to her console. The young officer pointed at a blinking dot on her screen. "There's an object coming from the Kethri fleet, moving fast toward Earth." Jake's stomach dropped. "How fast?" "0.7 light speed, sir. It'll reach us in 6 hours." The captain hit the alarm button. Red lights flashed throughout the station. "All hands to battle stations. Get me Dr. Carter in the science lab, now." Within minutes, Dr. Lisa Carter arrived in the command center. She was a small woman with short brown hair and glasses that made her look younger than her 40 years. But Jake knew she was the smartest person on the station. "What do we have, Jake?" Lisa asked, looking at the sensor data. "Something big coming our way from the aliens." "Can you tell what it is?" Lisa's fingers flew over her tablet computer. Her face grew pale as she read the data. "Oh my, this is not good. Talk to me, Doc. It's some kind of antimatter device. Very advanced. The energy readings are off the charts." Lisa looked up at Jake with worried eyes. "If this thing hits Earth, it could destroy entire cities." Jake felt his hands shake. After 3 months of tense waiting, the aliens were finally attacking. "Can we stop it?" "Our weapons won't even scratch it. The thing has shields stronger than anything we've ever seen." "Then we evacuate Earth?" Lisa shook her head. 6 billion people? In 6 hours? Impossible." Jake watched the dot on the screen grow larger. Humanity's first contact with aliens was about to become humanity's last day. "Keep scanning it. Maybe we'll find a weakness." For the next 4 hours, Lisa studied the incoming weapon. Jake sent warnings to Earth and prepared Aurora Station's defenses. Not that they would help much against alien technology. "Captain," Lisa said suddenly, "something's wrong with their bomb." "Wrong how?" "The antimatter containment field is fluctuating. It's becoming unstable." Jake looked at the screen. The weapon was now close enough to see with their telescopes. It looked like a silver cylinder covered in strange alien symbols. But it was spinning in an odd way. "What does that mean?" Jake asked. "I think their bomb is breaking. The containment field might fail before it reaches Earth." Jake held his breath as they watched the weapon enter Earth's atmosphere. It glowed bright white as it fell toward the planet below, but instead of exploding, it just kept falling. "Where's it going to hit?" Jake asked. Amy Foster checked her computer. "Nevada desert, sir, middle of nowhere." They all watched as the alien weapon crashed into the empty desert. A huge cloud of dust rose into the air. But no explosion, no massive fireball, just a crash. "Is it over?" Jake asked. Lisa stared at her readings. "The antimatter is still contained, barely, but the weapon didn't explode." Jake grabbed the communication device. "Command, this is Aurora. Station, the alien weapon has crashed in Nevada. No detonation. Repeat, no detonation." 2 hours later, Marine Colonel Ryan Blake landed his helicopter near the crash site. He was a big man with gray hair and scars on his face from too many battles. But he had never seen anything like this. The alien bomb had carved a deep hole in the desert floor. The silver cylinder lay at the bottom, still humming with energy. Strange lights blinked along its surface. "Stay back," Blake told his team. "We don't know if it's still dangerous." Dr. Martinez, the team scientist, took readings with her instruments. "Colonel, this is incredible. The technology is centuries ahead of ours." "Is it going to explode?" "I don't think so. The containment field is damaged but holding. It's like a car with a broken engine, still dangerous but not running." Blake studied the alien device. It was about the size of a small bus, covered in symbols that looked like nothing he had ever seen. "Can we move it?" "Carefully." "Very carefully." As Blake's team prepared to move the alien bomb, something happened that would change everything. A message came through on all Earth's communication systems. The voice was deep and strange, speaking English with a thick accent. "Primitive humans," the alien voice said. "I am Commander Zektar of the Kethri Empire. We have shown you our power. Your world could have been destroyed with one weapon." Blake looked up at the sky, knowing alien ships were watching from space. "You have 30 days to surrender," the voice continued. "Abandon your weapons, accept Kethri rule. If you refuse, we will send many more bombs. Next time they will not malfunction," the message ended. Blake stared at the alien weapon in the crater. The aliens thought their bomb had exploded as planned. They had no idea it was sitting broken in the Nevada desert, "Sir," Dr. Martinez said quietly. "They don't know we have their bomb?" Blake smiled for the first time in months. "No, they don't." Back on Aurora Station, Jake Morrison and Lisa Carter watched the recovery operation on their screens. The alien weapon was being loaded onto a special transport. "Where are they taking it?" Jake asked. "Classified facility in Colorado," Lisa replied. "Project Prometheus." "What will they do with it?" Lisa grinned. "What humans always do with broken technology. We'll take it apart, figure out how it works, and make it better." Jake looked out at the stars where the alien fleet waited. "Think we can really do that? Make their own weapon better than they did? Jake, we're humans. We've been improving other people's ideas for thousands of years. We took fire and made ovens. We took wheels and made cars. We took flight and reached the moon." She pointed at the screen showing the alien bomb being carried away. "Those aliens just gave us the biggest upgrade opportunity in human history. They have no idea what they've done." As night fell over Earth, the alien weapon disappeared into a secret facility. In 30 days, the Kethri expected humanity's surrender. What they would get instead would surprise everyone in the galaxy. The aliens had tried to show humans their superior technology. Instead, they had just given Earth's greatest engineers the best puzzle they had ever seen, and humans loved puzzles. Image. Description for Leonardo AI. A massive orbital space station with large viewing windows overlooking Earth, showing a command center with glowing control panels and screens. A concerned-looking male captain in a blue uniform stands next to a female scientist with glasses and short brown hair, both looking at holographic displays showing an incoming silver cylindrical alien weapon against the backdrop of space and Earth below. The secret facility hidden deep in the Colorado mountains looked like any other government building from the outside. But inside, the most brilliant minds on Earth were about to change human history forever. Dr. Alex Chun pushed his glasses up, his nose as the massive doors opened. The alien bomb sat in the center of the clean white room, held up by metal supports. It still hummed with energy, and strange blue lights blinked along its silver surface. "Beautiful," Alex whispered. He was a small man with messy black hair who had built his first computer at age 8. Now 35, he was Earth's best engineer when it came to taking things apart and putting them back together. "Beautiful and deadly," said Dr. Kate Williams, walking up beside him. Kate was tall with red hair and had spent 15 years studying physics at 3 different universities. She knew more about energy and matter than almost anyone alive. General Paul Henderson watched from the observation deck above. He was a big man with white hair and cold blue eyes. For 30 years he had protected America from its enemies. Now he had to protect Earth from aliens. "How long do we have?" the general asked his assistant. 26 days until the alien deadline, sir," Henderson nodded. 26 days to figure out technology that was probably thousands of years ahead of human science. Most people would say it was impossible. But Henderson had learned never to bet against human cleverness. Down in the lab, Alex walked slowly around the alien bomb. "Kate, look at this containment field generator." Kate studied the device with her instruments. "The energy output is incredible, but the design is so wasteful." "What do you mean?" "They're using 10 times more power than they need. It's like they built a car engine that burns a gallon of gas to go 1 mile. Alex frowned. "Maybe they have unlimited energy?" Or maybe they never learned how to be efficient. Danny Rodriguez joined them at the bomb. Danny was 28 years old and could hack into any computer system ever built. His fingers were always moving like he was typing on an invisible keyboard. "I've been studying the outer shell," Danny said. "There are access ports here and here." He pointed to small panels on the bomb's surface. "I think I can connect to their computer system." Alex looked worried. "Is that safe?" "Probably not. But when has that ever stopped us?" Kate laughed. He said, "Right. We didn't get to space by playing it safe." General Henderson's voice came through the speakers. "Dr. Chun, what's your assessment?" Alex looked up at the observation window. "Sir, this technology is amazing, but it's also flawed. The aliens seem to have focused on raw power instead of smart design," explained. "It's like they built a hammer to crack a nut. Sure, it works, but there are much better ways to do it." Kate stepped forward. "General, I think we can not only understand this bomb, but improve it significantly." "How significantly?" "Give us 2 weeks, and I'll show you." Henderson was quiet for a long moment. "You have your 2 weeks. But remember, in 24 days, those aliens expect our surrender. We need to be ready with something better than surrender." The team worked around the clock. Alex carefully removed panels from the bomb's outer shell. Each piece revealed new mysteries. The alien metal was stronger than anything humans had ever made, but it was also heavier than it needed to be. "Look at this," Alex said, holding up a small component. "This part controls the magnetic field. But see these extra circuits? They don't do anything except waste energy." Kate studied the part under a microscope. "It's like they added backup systems for their backup systems." "Very paranoid design?" Meanwhile, Danny had successfully connected to the alien computer. What he found made his hands shake with excitement. "Guys, you need to see this." Alex and Kate rushed to Danny's workstation. Multiple screens showed alien symbols and technical diagrams. "I cracked their encryption," Danny said. "And you won't believe what's in here." "What is it?" Kate asked. "Everything. Complete technical specifications for their ships, weapons, shields, engines. It's like they put their entire military manual inside this bomb." Alex stared at the screens. "Why would they do that?" "I don't think they meant to," Danny said. "I think this bomb was supposed to explode and destroy all this data. But since it didn't explode, we have their homework," Kate finished. "General." Henderson appeared in the lab within minutes. He looked at the alien data on Danny's screens and smiled for the first time since the crisis began. "Can you read all of this?" Henderson asked. "Most of it," Danny replied. "Their computer language is actually simpler than ours. Very logical, but not very creative." Henderson studied the technical diagrams. Even without understanding the alien symbols, he could see these were military blueprints. "What does this tell us about their capabilities?" Kate pointed to one diagram. "This is their shield system. It's powerful, but it has a major weakness. It can't adapt to new threats. Once we know the frequency, we can punch right through it." Alex was examining another schematic. "Their weapons are impressive, but they're designed for fighting other aliens. They're not expecting human tactics." "What kind of human tactics?" Henderson asked. "Miniaturization, adaptation, innovation," Alex grinned. "Sir, they build everything big and heavy and overpowered. We build things small and smart and efficient." Over the next week, the team made discovery after discovery. The alien antimatter containment system was incredibly advanced, but it used principles that human physicists had been developing for years. Kate found ways to make it 70% more efficient by applying techniques from Earth's particle accelerators. Alex discovered that human manufacturing methods could reduce the bomb size by half while making it more powerful. The aliens seemed to build everything by hand, piece by piece. Humans had learned to make complex things quickly and precisely. Danny found the biggest surprise in the alien software. "Their AI is really dumb," he announced one morning. "How dumb?" Kate asked. "It can only follow pre-programmed instructions. It can't learn or adapt. It's like a calculator compared to our computers." Alex looked thoughtful. "So if we put a human AI in this bomb, It would be like giving it a brain transplant? Danny finished. On the 10th day, General Henderson called the team together. Show me what you've learned. Kate stood in front of a large screen showing their analysis. Sir, we can rebuild this bomb to be smaller, more powerful, more accurate, and much smarter than the original. How much better? The new version will be 3 times more powerful, half the size, and 100 times smarter. Henderson raised an eyebrow. 100 times? Danny stepped forward. Sir, their computer is like counting on your fingers. Our computer is like having a supercomputer in your pocket. Alex added, the aliens have better materials and more energy, but we have better ideas, much better ideas. Henderson looked at the alien bomb, then at his team of brilliant humans. How long to build this improved version? 2 weeks, Alex said. But sir, we need to make one important decision. What decision? Kate smiled. Do we just want to defend Earth, or do we want to send those aliens a message they'll never forget? Henderson thought about the alien ultimatum, surrender or be destroyed. He thought about humanity's long history of turning other people's weapons against them. Dr. Chun, Henderson said quietly, I want you to build the most impressive piece of human engineering those aliens have ever seen. Show them what happens when they give humans a puzzle to solve. Alex grinned and cracked his knuckles. Yes, sir. Time to show the galaxy what human ingenuity looks like. As the team returned to work, none of them noticed the small detail that would later become legendary. Alex had started sketching words on the bomb's new casing. Return to sender. The aliens had given humans 30 days to surrender. Instead, humanity was about to give them the surprise of their lives. Image description for Leonardo AI. A high-tech underground laboratory with white walls and bright lights, showing 3 scientists around a large silver alien bomb with glowing blue lights. A male engineer with messy black hair and glasses examines technical components. A tall red-haired female physicist studies energy readings on tablets, and a young male computer specialist works at multiple screens showing alien symbols and technical diagrams, with a military general watching from an observation window above. The workshop hummed with activity as sparks flew from welding tools and machines worked day and night. Dr. Alex Chen had not slept more than 3 hours in the past week, but his eyes were bright with excitement. Before him sat humanity's answer to alien technology. The new bomb looked nothing like the original. Where the alien weapon had been the size of a bus, the human version was only as big as a car. The silver surface gleamed under the bright lights, covered with human-made components that were smaller, smarter, and more efficient than anything the aliens had ever built. Status report, General Henderson said as he entered the workshop. Alex wiped grease from his hands. We're ahead of schedule, sir. The new antimatter containment system is working perfectly. Dr. Kate Williams looked up from her computer screen. Better than perfectly. Our version is generating 200% more power while using half the space. How is that possible? Henderson asked. Kate pointed to a small device no bigger than a cell phone. We replaced their massive power core with this. It uses the same principles they do, but we made it efficient. Their version was like using a steam engine. Ours is like a modern electric motor. Danny Rodriguez rolled his chair over from his workstation. His fingers were stained black from working with alien circuits. General, wait until you see what we did with their computer system. Show me. Danny typed commands on his keyboard. The bomb's surface lit up with thousands of tiny lights in complex patterns. The alien AI could follow orders. Our AI can think, learn, and adapt. Watch this. He threw a wrench at the bomb. Before it could hit, a small force field appeared and gently pushed the wrench away. It recognized the threat and defended itself, Danny explained. The original alien bomb could never do that. Henderson was impressed, but he had more questions. What about navigation? That's the best part, Alex said with a grin. Come look at this. He led Henderson to another workstation where Tech Sergeant Amy Foster was working. Amy was a small woman with blonde hair who had spent 10 years maintaining military satellites. She knew more about guidance systems than anyone in the Air Force. The alien bomb could only fly in a straight line, Amy explained. Pointed at a target and hope. For the best, our version is completely different. She showed Henderson a 3D display of space around Earth. Our bomb can change course, avoid obstacles, even hide behind asteroids if it needs to. It's like the difference between throwing a rock and flying a fighter jet. What about stealth capabilities? Henderson asked. Amy smiled. That's where we got creative. We borrowed technology from our submarines and stealth planes. The aliens won't see this coming until it's too late. Maria Santos, a software engineer from California, joined the conversation. General, we also added something special to the targeting system. What kind of special? The bomb can record everything it sees and send the data back to Earth in real time. When it encounters their defenses, it will learn how to defeat them and share that information with us instantly. Henderson nodded slowly. So not only do we attack them, but we gather intelligence at the same time. Exactly, Maria said. Their own bomb is going to teach us everything about their military technology. Alex walked over to a covered object in the corner of the workshop. But the best part is this. He pulled away the cloth to reveal the bomb's outer casing. Painted on the side in large letters were the words "Return to Sender" in both English and alien symbols. Henderson laughed despite himself. You actually wrote that on our weapon? Danny translated it into their language, Alex said proudly. We want to make sure they understand the message. Kate joined them at the finished bomb. Sir, this weapon is not just better than their original. It's a completely new class of technology. We took their brute force approach and replaced it with human precision. Explain that in simple terms. They built a sledgehammer, we built a surgeon's scalpel. Both can cut, but ours is much more accurate and efficient. Henderson studied the sleek human creation. In 2 weeks, a team of Earth's best minds had taken alien technology and improved it beyond recognition. When will it be ready for deployment? Tomorrow morning, Alex said. We just need to run final tests on the propulsion system. And you're confident it will work? Kate nodded. Sir, we've tested every component separately. The physics are sound. This bomb will do exactly what we designed it to do. Henderson looked around the workshop at the tired but excited faces of the team. What exactly did you design it to do? Danny grinned. Knock on their front door, introduce itself politely, then demonstrate superior human engineering? The aliens. Expect us to surrender, Amy added. Instead, we're going to return their gift with improvements. Maria pulled up a simulation on her computer. General, watch this. When our bomb reaches their fleet, it will first scan their defenses using sensors we borrowed from the Hubble telescope. The simulation showed the human bomb approaching alien ships. Then it will adapt its approach based on what it learns. The alien defenses are designed to stop their own weapons. They have no idea how to stop ours. Alex pointed to another part of the simulation. The bomb will target their command ship first. But instead of destroying it, the weapon will disable their engines and weapons while leaving life support intact. Why? Not destroy them completely? Henderson asked. Kate answered, Because we want them to survive long enough to receive our message. Destroying them teaches them nothing. Showing them superior technology teaches them to respect humanity. Henderson thought about this. For 30 days, the aliens had expected Earth to fear their superior technology. Instead, humans had taken that technology and made it better. There's one more thing, Danny said quietly. The bomb contains a complete technical breakdown of everything we improved. When it's done demonstrating our capabilities, it will offer to share our innovations with them. You want to give them our improvements? We want to show them that humans don't just fight, Maria explained. We solve problems, we make things better, we share knowledge. Alex wiped his hands on his work clothes. Sir, the aliens tried to intimidate us with their technology. But they made one mistake. What mistake? They gave their broken technology to the species that's best at fixing things. Henderson looked at the completed bomb one more time. It was smaller than the alien original, but somehow it seemed more dangerous. Not because it was designed to kill, but because it was designed to think. How long until the alien deadline? Henderson asked. Amy checked her watch. 14 days, sir. And how long to reach their fleet? With our improved propulsion system, about 10 days, Alex replied. Henderson made his decision. Launch in 48 hours. I want this weapon in space before the aliens have time to wonder why we haven't surrendered. As the team returned to their final preparations, none of them could sleep. Tomorrow, they would find out if human ingenuity was really superior to alien technology. Kate stayed late, running one last check on the antimatter containment system. As she worked, she thought about the aliens waiting in space. They had sent their bomb to show humans who was in charge. Instead, they had given humanity the greatest learning opportunity in history. And humans, being humans, had learned everything they could and then made it better. The aliens had wanted to demonstrate their power. Tomorrow, they would discover what happened when humans demonstrated theirs. Image description for Leonardo AI, a bright, modern workshop with multiple workstations showing a sleek, car-sized silver bomb with glowing panels and the words "Return" to sender painted on its side. Scientists in lab coats work around it, a male engineer with glasses adjusting components, a red-haired female physicist monitoring energy readings, and a computer specialist at screens showing technical simulations, while sparks fly from welding equipment and electronic components are scattered on workbenches. Admiral Steve Parker stood on the bridge of the Earthship Defender, watching the alien fleet grow larger on his main screen. 3 days remained until the Kethri deadline, but humanity was not planning to surrender. Instead, they were about to deliver a very special package. Admiral, we're 2 hours from the alien fleet, reported Captain Nicole Davis over the communication system. Nicole was flying the lead ship Discovery, the one carrying humanity's upgraded bomb. She was the best pilot in the Earth Defense Force, with steady hands and nerves of steel. Any response from the aliens? Steve asked his communication officer. Nothing, sir. They're just sitting there. I don't think they consider us a threat, Steve smiled grimly. That was exactly what they were counting on. The Kethri Empire had spent 3 months watching humanity, probably laughing at Earth's primitive technology. They had no idea what was coming their way. On Earth, Commander Tim Roberts sat in the Deep Space Monitoring Station, watching every detail of the mission on his screens. Tim was a thin man with nervous energy who had tracked satellites for 20 years. Today, he was tracking humanity's most important weapon. How's our bomb doing? General Henderson asked, entering the monitoring room. Perfect, sir. All systems green. The weapon is still hidden inside Discovery's cargo bay. Henderson studied the tactical display showing both fleets. The human ships look tiny compared to the massive alien vessels. Any sign the aliens know what we're planning? None. They're treating our ships like we're coming to surrender. Henderson nodded. The aliens' arrogance was humanity's greatest advantage. Back in space, Captain Nicole Davis checked her instruments one more time. The alien fleet was now close enough to see individual ships. The largest vessel, obviously their command ship, was the size of a small city. Discovery to Defender. Nicole radioed, beginning final approach. Copy that, Discovery. You are cleared for delivery. Nicole's hands moved smoothly over her controls. She had practiced this maneuver 100 times in simulation. Now she would do it for real, with the fate of humanity in her cargo bay. The alien command ship filled her main screen. It was dark gray with strange angular designs, bristling with weapons that could destroy Earth's entire fleet in minutes. But those weapons were not pointed at the approaching human ships. Incoming transmission from the aliens, her communication officer reported. Put it through. The screen flickered and an alien face appeared. Commander Zektar of the Kethri. Empire looked like a cross between a lizard and a shark, with yellow eyes and rows of sharp teeth. When he spoke, his voice was full of contempt. Human vessels, you approach our fleet. Have you come to surrender as ordered? Nicole kept her expression calm. We have come to return something that belongs to you. Zektar's yellow eyes narrowed. What do you mean? You sent us a package 30 days ago. We're returning it. The alien commander made a sound that might have been laughter. Primitive humans. You cannot return what has already been destroyed. Our weapon eliminated one of your cities as a demonstration. Nicole almost smiled. The aliens still thought their bomb had exploded as planned. With respect, Commander, I think you should check your records more carefully. On Earth, Tim Roberts watched the conversation with growing excitement. Sir, the aliens have no idea their bomb is still intact. General Henderson leaned forward. How close is Discovery to the target? 1,000 meters in closing. Back in space, Nicole was now close enough to see individual windows on the alien ship. Commander Zektar, we are transmitting our response to your ultimatum. There is nothing to discuss, human. Surrender or be destroyed. Actually, there is one thing to discuss, Nicole said calmly. She pressed a button on her control panel. Package delivered. The cargo bay of Discovery opened, and humanity's upgraded bomb floated out into space. It was much smaller than the alien ships expected, but it moved with purpose and intelligence. Zektar stared at his screens in confusion. What is this small device? Your bomb? Nicole replied. We fixed it for you. For a moment, there was silence on the alien communication channel. Then Zektar began shouting orders in his own language, but it was too late. The human bomb activated its stealth systems and disappeared from alien sensors. 1 second, it was visible. The next, it was gone like a ghost. Where did it go? Zektar demanded. Still there, Nicole said. You just can't see it anymore. On Earth, Tim Roberts watched his screens with amazement. Sir, the bomb is working perfectly. It's scanning their defenses and adapting in real time. What's it learning? Henderson asked. Everything. Their shield frequencies, weapon positions, communication codes. The bomb is taking pictures of their entire fleet and sending the data back to us. The alien ships began moving, trying to find the invisible weapon. Their massive guns swiveled back and forth, searching for a target they could not see. Human pilot. Zektar's voice was now angry. Call back your device immediately. I'm afraid that's not possible, Nicole replied. It has a job to do. The bomb had spent 10 minutes studying the alien fleet. Now it was ready to act. It appeared suddenly next to the command ship's main shield generator, moving faster than alien eyes could follow. Impossible, Zektar whispered. The bomb sent out a pulse of energy that matched the exact frequency of the alien shields. The massive protective barrier around the command ship flickered and died. Alarms began sounding throughout the alien fleet. Zektar shouted more orders, but his crew was too shocked to respond quickly. The human weapon moved to the ship's main engine section. Instead of exploding, it released a series of small electromagnetic pulses that shut down the power systems one by one. The huge ship went dark, floating dead in space. Engines offline, reported one of Zektar's officers. Weapons offline, communications down. Life support systems, still functioning. Zektar stared at his dark control panels. The human weapon had surgically removed his ship's ability to fight or flee, but left his crew alive to watch. The bomb moved to the next alien ship, then the next. Each time, it disabled weapons and engines while leaving life support intact. The entire alien fleet was rendered helpless in less than an hour. On Earth, Tim Roberts could barely contain his excitement. Sir, it's working exactly as planned. The bomb has neutralized their entire fleet without killing a single alien. General Henderson watched the tactical display with satisfaction. Every alien ship showed as disabled but inhabited. Any response from the aliens? They're trying to communicate, but their long-range systems are down. The only working communication system is on their command ship. Nicole Davis received a weak signal from the alien flagship. Zektar's face appeared on her screen again, but now he looked very different. The arrogance was gone, replaced by shock and something that might have been respect. Human vessel, Zektar said quietly, your weapon has disabled our fleet. But it did not destroy us. Why? Because we wanted to talk, Nicole replied. Are you ready to listen? The alien commander nodded slowly. We are listening. Good, because our weapon has a message for you. The human bomb had completed its mission. Now it moved back to the alien command ship and projected a holographic message into space. Dr. Lisa Carter's voice spoke in perfect Kethri language, explaining exactly how humans had improved alien technology. As Zektar listened to the technical explanation, his yellow eyes grew wide with amazement. The humans had not just copied Kethri technology. They had made it better in ways his own scientists had never imagined. For the first time in his life, Commander Zektar began to wonder if the Kethri Empire had made a very serious mistake. Image description for Leonardo AI. A sleek human spaceship with blue engines approaching. A massive dark gray alien command vessel covered in angular designs and weapon arrays, with a small silver bomb floating between them against the backdrop of deep space filled with stars. The human ship looks tiny compared to the city-sized alien vessel, while the upgraded bomb glows with subtle blue energy as it moves toward its target, with other large alien ships visible in the distant background. Commander Zektar sat in his darkened command center, staring at the holographic display floating above his head. Dr. Lisa Carter's voice continued explaining the human improvements to Kethri technology, speaking perfect alien language with a patient teacher's tone. Your antimatter containment system uses a triple redundancy approach, Lisa's recorded voice said. While this prevents failures, it also wastes enormous amounts of energy. By switching to our adaptive field design, you can achieve the same safety with 70% better efficiency. Zektar's science officer, a young female named Kethtul, whispered in amazement. Commander, they solved the power drain problem that has plagued our fleet for decades. Keep listening, Zektar ordered, though his voice had lost all its earlier authority. The hologram showed detailed technical diagrams comparing alien and human approaches. Your computer systems follow rigid programming paths, Lisa continued. Our artificial intelligence can learn and adapt. When combined with your superior materials, this creates weapons that become smarter during combat. Fleet engineer Vexamer studied the human designs with growing excitement. Sir, their miniaturization techniques could reduce the size of our ships by half while doubling their capabilities. Zektar felt a cold fear growing in his stomach. The Kethri Empire had ruled the galaxy for thousands of years because their technology was superior to everyone else's. But these humans had taken Kethri technology and improved it in just 30 days, the recorded message continued. We understand that your empire values strength and military power. But human history has taught us that the greatest strength comes from cooperation and shared knowledge. We offer these improvements freely in exchange for peaceful relations between our species. Science Officer Kethtul looked at her commander with wide eyes. They want to give us their improvements? For free? That makes no sense, Vexamer said. Why would they share military advantages with an enemy? Zektar was wondering the same thing. In his experience, superior technology meant conquest and control. But these humans seem to think differently. Dr. Carter's voice concluded the message. We know your empire has struggled with containment field failures and energy waste for many years. Our bomb is programmed to share complete technical specifications for solving these problems. All we ask in return is the chance to meet as equals, not conquerors and conquered. The hologram faded, leaving the alien command center in darkness except for emergency lighting on Earth. General Henderson watched the transmission with satisfaction. Any response from the aliens? Commander Tim Roberts monitored the alien fleet from his tracking station. Sir, they've been silent for over an hour. Our bomb is still transmitting technical data to their ships. Are they downloading it? Yes, sir. They're receiving every byte of information we're sending. Dr. Alex Chun joined Henderson in the monitoring room. He looked exhausted but happy. General, we're getting sensor data from the bomb. Want to see something interesting? Alex pulled up images from inside the alien ships. Hundreds of alien engineers and scientists were studying the human technical improvements, working frantically at their computer stations. They're not preparing for battle, Alex observed. They're learning. On the alien flagship, Science Officer Kethtul approached her commander with a data tablet. Sir, I've reviewed their technical specifications. These humans have solved engineering problems our best scientists have worked on for centuries. How is that possible? Zektar demanded. They think differently than we do. Where we use force and redundancy, they use elegance and efficiency. Where we build bigger, they build smarter. Fleet Engineer Veximer joined the conversation. Commander, their improvements to our containment fields could prevent the failures that destroyed 3 of our ships last year. Zektar thought about those lost ships. Good vessels and brave crews, destroyed by technology failures that Kethri engineers had never been able to fix. Sir, Keftel said carefully, I recommend we open communication with the humans. To surrender? Zektar asked bitterly. To learn. The alien commander stared at his science officer. In his long military career he had conquered dozens of species, but none of them had ever offered to teach the Kethri anything. Open communication to the human fleet, he ordered. Captain Nicole Davis received the incoming transmission on her. Ship Discovery. Zektar's face appeared on her screen, but he looked very different from the arrogant commander who had demanded Earth's surrender. Human Captain, Zektar said formally, I am Commander Zektar of the Kethri Empire. I request permission to speak with your leaders. I'll connect you to Earth immediately, Nicole replied, within minutes. General Henderson was speaking directly with the alien commander. The 2 military leaders studied each other across the vast distance of space. General Henderson, Zektar began, your species has demonstrated capabilities we did not expect. Your weapon disabled our entire fleet without unnecessary destruction. This shows both superior technology and superior wisdom. Henderson nodded carefully. Commander, we believe strength should be used to protect, not to conquer. Your technical improvements to our technology are remarkable. Our engineers estimate they represent advances that would have taken our scientists decades to achieve. We're happy to share them, Henderson said. Human progress has always come from building on the work of others. Zektar was quiet for a long moment. General, I must ask a difficult question. The Kethri Empire has technology problems that our best minds cannot solve. Would humanity be willing to provide technical assistance? Henderson smiled. What kind of problems? Containment field failures, energy waste? Computer systems that cannot adapt to new situations. Zektar's voice grew smaller. Our ships are powerful but inefficient. Our weapons are destructive but wasteful. We have ruled through force because we could not rule through innovation. And now? Now we have metaspecies that can do both. Dr. Lisa Carter entered the communication room on Earth. Commander Zektar, this is Dr. Carter, I recorded. The message your fleet received. The alien leader's eyes widened. Dr. Carter, your explanation of human engineering principles was extraordinary. I have never seen such elegant solutions to complex problems. Thank you. Would you be interested in establishing a scientific exchange program? A what? Our scientists visit your ships, your scientists visit Earth, we share knowledge and learn from each other. Zektar looked confused. But we are enemies. We're enemies, Lisa corrected gently. Now we can be something better. 1 month later, Dr. Lisa Carter stood on the observation deck of the Kethri science vessel Enlightenment, watching Earth grow larger through the massive windows. Beside her, Science Officer Keftal reviewed data from their joint research project. Dr. Carter, the new containment fields are working perfectly, Keftal reported. No failures in over 2 weeks. Excellent. And how are your computer upgrades coming? Beyond our expectations. The adaptive AI you designed is learning our ship systems. Faster than we thought possible, Lisa smiled. That's what AI is supposed to do, learn and improve. Back on Earth, Admiral Steve Parker, formerly captain of the Defender, overseeing the construction of the first joint human-alien research station. Alien and human engineers work side by side, combining Kethri materials with human designs. Admiral, his assistant reported, the Kethri Council has officially requested that Earth join their alliance as an equal partner. Steve laughed. 3 months ago they wanted us to surrender. Now they want us as partners. What changed their minds? We showed them that the best weapon isn't always the most destructive one. Sometimes it's the one that makes friends instead of enemies. In his private quarters, former Commander Zektar, now Ambassador Zektar, wrote his final report to the Kethri High Council. He had been removed from military command but promoted to lead diplomatic relations with humanity. The humans possessed our most advanced weapon for 30 days, he wrote. They could have used it to attack us or demand our surrender. Instead, they made it better and gave us the improvements for free. This species does not think like us. They do not fight like us. They do not conquer like us. Perhaps that is why they will succeed where we have failed. He paused, looking out at the blue planet below. I recommend that the Kethri Empire learn everything we can from humanity. Not just their technology, but their approach to solving problems. They have shown us that true strength comes not from the power to destroy, but from the wisdom to build. The alien ambassador smiled, an expression his species rarely used. The humans had returned a bomb to the Kethri fleet. But what they had really delivered was something far more valuable. A new way of thinking about the universe.image description for Leonardo AI. A large viewing window in a sleek space station showing Earth in the background, with a human female scientist in a white lab coat standing next to a tall alien with reptilian features wearing dark robes, both looking at technical displays showing joint engineering projects. Below them, human and alien engineers work together at shared workstations, while in the distance, ships from both species dock at a newly constructed research facility, symbolizing peaceful cooperation between the two civilizations.